Are you tired of feeling run down and exhausted? In our fast-paced world, we're often surrounded by toxins that impact our well-being. I provide holistic solutions designed to detoxify your body and environment. With cutting-edge AO voice scan technology, we identify the root causes of your discomfort or dis-ease, making personalized healing easier than ever. Start your transformative journey towards a healthier, toxin-free life. Because at White Sands Self-Care, your well-being is our priority.
Do you suffer from anxiety? Ask your doctor about... Actually, don't. Try Vibe instead, the non-drug way to calm your nervous system. No crazy side effects, no floating, no feathers. Just gentle calm, without the side effects, like morphing into a dolphin. Vibe is energy therapy for your body, helping your nervous system reset naturally. Millions of therapy sessions delivered. Vibe. Calm without crazy. Side effects may include deeper sleep, calmer days, and feeling like yourself again.
For years, you've been the woman who holds it all together. The team, the clients, the launch, the household. But lately, the cost is your nervous system, your sleep, your joy. You're leading on adrenaline, overthinking every decision, breaking quiet promises to yourself just to keep everything afloat. The Aim High Sanctuary is where that ends. This is where you remember who you are and structure your life around that truth and lead from regulated energy, clean boundaries, and honest power. Book in a clarity call with me through the link below or by scanning the QR code and join us in the Aim High Sanctuary.
Well, welcome everybody to another Mindful Monday, and I am so excited to introduce our guest today. Carolyn Cooper is a powerful guide for high-achieving, spiritually aware women who are ready to stop performing and start living as their true selves. With over 40 years of experience, Carolyn has helped countless women move from burnout and self-abandonment into deep alignment, inner peace, and authentic leadership. As the creator of the Aim High method, she brings a beautiful blend of truth, transformation, and grounded wisdom to every conversation. So if you've ever felt like you're holding everything together on the outside, but losing connection with yourself on the inside, this conversation is going to speak directly to your heart. So welcome everybody. And Carolyn, thank you so much for joining us today.
I'm so honored to be here, Laura. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a long time coming. We've been trying to get schedules together.
It has. So thank you. I'm honored.
Thank you. Yeah. So really love to start when people can kind of tell, because we always kind of gone on some kind of a journey to get us here. So maybe can you share with everybody a little bit about your journey and what drove you to create this platform in the Aim High Sanctuary?
Oh, my goodness. Well, it's been a long journey. It has, and with lots of learnings and lots of lessons to be where I am now. And it's been really hard. I grew up with a mom with schizophrenia and bipolar disease, and as a young person witnessing her suffer mentally and physically in a dramatic way, I was on a mission. I was going to figure out how I could be happy. I was going to, no matter what it cost. So I spent my life learning what it would take to truly find happiness, inner peace, and joy. And I met some amazing people along the path. One woman who made the biggest difference for me when I was a teenager, about 17 years old, her name was Emma. And she taught me a principle called thinking above the line. So I'd love to venture a little bit deeper into that during our conversation as well. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And it's a structure and a process and specific directives that we can give ourselves. Well, that's what changed the trajectory of my life. I started to realize that life is opportunity, that it just takes making certain choices. So the results of my life change and my experience with living changes. So I got into sales when I was in my 20s. I was on a mission to be independent and financially abundant. So I figured people out. I learned about communication, I learned about people, and became fascinated by the way that people make decisions and what mattered most to them. So I bought my own house at 22. So I did exceedingly well, 2 blocks away from the ocean. And I worked in that industry until I was 30, and I realized that there was something missing. There was a big gap. I had a lot of financial abundance and really everything I could ever want, yet I still wasn't happy.
Right.
So I thought, well, if it's not the money, what is it? And then I realized that I wanted to change everything. So I sold my house, quit my job, and went on when I was 30. So this is 37 years ago, before Eat, Pray, Love book came out. I
Right.
did it. And I knew I had to find myself. I knew I had to go on this journey of understanding who I was. So I traveled to Europe 3 months by myself. Absolutely glorious. I just learned so many different elements and what was important. I met magnificent people. When I came back is when I started my own consulting business. And it's been a journey in the last, 30 some odd years. And I love business. I love people. And the Aim High method has been percolating for over 40 years, I say. And I've created it into many forms. This is the simplest form it is now. And it's truly for women that have made that decision to take on a lot, to say yes to everybody else and not to yourself, to perform, to wear those masks, to achieve like a machine. That's what I felt like I was for decades. It's this target, the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. Check, check, check. And I really, this Aim High method is supporting women who are high capacity, successful women to look at their life and look at it as the truth, become aligned with what matters most, and learn to honor oneself, and then become this light of love on the world and radiance where it becomes more of an embodied calm confidence rather than pushing, forcing, making things happen. So there becomes this magnetic aspect in who we are, and we attract to us those clients, those opportunities, those situations, and it's so much easier, lighter. And I know your show is all about wellness, and that to me is a wholehearted woman who's made the decision to honor herself energetically, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And so I have women in my Aim High sanctuary, and we meet monthly. And it's just absolutely beautiful to witness the discipline and the self-trust that really becomes the fuel of each woman's voice, her choices, as well as her presence.
Yeah, and I think that's an incredible platform and space that you've, created, because you've been through lots of years of it. But it's like, and you, to me, you're like speaking right to me, like when you said you had this, you had money, you had this, but you weren't happy. How many women are out there, and men alike, but I know you work with women, but how many people are out there doing this thinking, well, they have it all, or that they've got everything together, but the people aren't happy.
Yes.
And I've always found a lot of times it's because they're not doing what they truly love or what they're passionate about, but because of what they're supposed to do or out of some sense of obligation.
True.
So, yeah.
True. All of it. And it's not segmented to women only. I mean, I see it in men in making that decision to be responsible and choose to, work exceedingly hard and give up the relationship they have with themselves, and then that ripple effects onto their significant other and their family and their health, everything. So the aim high method, the first level is truth. We have to look in the mirror. We need to tell ourselves the truth. So where am I focusing on things that I love, things that bring me joy? What is it that brings me happiness? What is it that has purpose? What is it that I can decide to focus on? And what is it that I can release and let go of? So I call it the love it list and the let go list. And I did this for months. Anytime I was in that flow and rhythm and doing what I love to do, and time just passed by and I felt that extraordinary gratitude and joy for what I did, I kept adding those specific tasks and relationships and things that I did on the love it list on the left-hand side of my page. On the other side, I started to write down the things that drained me, that exhausted me, that frustrated me. And that's in what I took action on, as well as my relationships. So those lists both grew, and I made a significant decision to release and let go of those things, to delegate, or at times I've released relationships that were very toxic. I don't have any relationships in my life now that are toxic. And in that release, there's this incredible space for grace that I call it, because you realize, wow, look at how much energy and time I gave to that. No wonder I was tired. Oh my goodness. And then you get more time to do what you love to do that brings you joy and happiness. So it's an amazing journey to go on, and it just doesn't happen overnight. And because I saw my mom suffer so much as a young person and in my 20s, she passed away at 93 5 years ago.
Wow.
So she changed her life and got on the right medication at 80. Okay, so imagine. And so the last 13 years of her life was just far more peaceful, far more flowing. So she was my inspiration. She created, I believe that every purpose comes from a pain. I mean, I suffered as a young person. I mean, I became an overachiever, absolute machine. That anything I did, I was going to achieve it. Yep. Okay, next. Yep. So I'm just really honestly letting the women out there that may be seeing this to let you know there is another way. I promise you. And it's a mental aspect. It is a physical discipline, daily disciplines, and it's also creating that spiritual foundation of radical honesty and truth, and looking in the mirror to self-honor yourself. Because as women, naturally, we just give ourselves away. And that was me. I was a give. Oh, my tank is empty now. I wonder why. Well, so there's a lot of that going on through that journey of evolution and regulated energy, because you're all about supporting people in their health and wellness. Well, to have regulated energy, it's a decision. We know what drains us. We do. We try and tell ourselves we don't. Well, that's not the truth. I mean, honestly.
And really all you're doing is lying to yourself. Like you said, it has to do with the truth. Face the truth.
I call it non-truths, because people say, Carolyn, you can't say lie. And I said, well, it is. I mean, for years, I was in a relationship, even with friends, that I knew that wasn't right. Like, I was in one relationship where all that one girlfriend did was complain constantly. And I got to a place and went, okay, Carolyn, why are you in this relationship? What? So I spoke my truth. She also gossiped, and that's against all rules in my book, in keeping this energy bank fueled well. So I needed to release her, and I let her know, and that was years and years ago. But I just felt this, like I said, this extra space. I was like, wow. And it's a real transformation to make that clear and final decision to set clean boundaries. Well, that's in phase 2 of the aim high method. Truth is number 1. Number 2 is alignment. So clean boundaries with respect, honor, and integrity. And to witness your own internal transformation is the most inspiring thing that you can do for yourself. Honestly, I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you and I have that in common. We were both givers, and there's still some cleaning out. But I have to say, I like how you have the love it and let it go list instead of pros and cons. So even that's a little more positive sounding than, like pros and cons. But, it's so true because, when you're in a certain mode, you keep attracting the same kind of people. And you're exhausted. It takes a toll on your health, your mental, everything, and you're just tired. But when you can start identifying those and saying, hey, I don't have the space for this anymore. Not that I don't like them or don't appreciate them or don't love them, but I cannot have that in my space anymore. Like you said, clear boundaries, when you learn to protect yourself.
Yes.
And it's not easy. It's not always easy because a lot of us, we don't like hurting anybody else's feelings and stuff. But on the other hand, look what it's doing to your health and your mental well-being.
Well, it's absolutely true. And I look at this energy I have at 67 years young as my life force. I do. I have a ton of energy, a lot of vitality for life. I have more now than I did at 50, honestly. And I know it's because I've taken on this level of honoring myself, self-commitment, and this foundation. A number of things have contributed to it. I'm on a mission to free women so they don't have to suffer. Because we can and have the ability and the responsibility to free ourselves, to get ourselves out of jail, to get ourselves out of that imprisonment that we have put on ourselves. And I used to think that happiness and joy came from the outside. It would come from this relationship. It would come from being successful. Well, no. It would come from something happening or getting something from the outside. It's not true. It never was. It is, I always have this phrase that I had a mantra for a whole year. This is about 8 years ago. Go within to win, Carolyn. Go within to win. So it's a matter of really understanding that the key to my joy, the key to my happiness, the key to the amount of love that I get to cherish and honor in my life is within me first. And then I become this loving light for other people, in their darkness, and to show up and be present in that vibe, in that energy. And it makes a huge, huge difference for me and them.
Yeah, it does. And plus you will attract more, you attract more of the same instead of keep attracting the ones that want to stay in the pity party and they don't want to raise their vibration or raise their energy.
No, they actually, so this is what I think, and you're absolutely right. I have people wanting to be on my podcast, Love Inspired Leadership, from all over the world right now. Mm-hmm. They're knocking on my door. They're sending me emails. Extraordinary human beings that have taken this love concept and put it into their own lives in stories that are so inspirational that I'm just so honored to interview them too. But I think people that are suffering just don't know what we know. I mean, honestly, they think they can't do anything. They've convinced themselves. They believe that there's nothing that can change. Well, I can tell you from my life, there is. And it's small incremental steps, looking at a daily discipline practice. And over time, it changes the foundation of how you live. And it's just small, intentional aspects and taking action. Action is the key piece. To just have things roll around in your head. It is this self-discipline and action aspect that's the game changer.
Oh, and you meant hit it right on the head. It's over time. You know, we didn't get this way overnight. You're not going to fix it overnight. It took years to build up the old bad records, everything else. It takes time to reverse that. It's not like you flip a switch, like a light switch, and poof, it's gone. It takes time.
It does. And patience. And here's my my aspect of thinking above the line too. It takes self-forgiveness. And it takes self-compassion. So I went through a process of realizing what a machine I was. No wonder I got sick every 3 months and had to go to bed sick every 3 months, because I forced and pushed myself so hard that I was absolutely exhausted and my immune system tanked. So I would get a cold or I would get the flu. I mean, this was for years and years in the past. And it wasn't until I realized, I can do something about this. I can go to bed earlier. I can journal in the mornings. Look what that's doing. I can incorporate more exercise. I can do yoga and stretch for 22 minutes with my little angel yoga with Adrian. And over time, gradually, step by step, I became healthier, happier. And for me, I felt for years that I didn't even know how to facilitate self-care, to be honest. I felt like a kindergarten student for a while there. And then I think I graduated to possibly university. I might be doing my master's now, though, I think, when it comes to that, because people say to me, you need that much time in the morning? I do. I get up early, 4:30, quarter to 5, and I have 7 rituals that I do every morning before I start. And that's, my whole day just runs like smooth like butter all day with lots of energy. And I know it's because I make that decision to feel gratitude when I first wake up, to do the 1-page journal, to do my voice lesson, to do my recording, to do my magnified healing, to do my yoga for 22 to 30 minutes, to go on my jaunt. And so these are what I've created from. I started with 1, I'll tell you. And then someone mentioned something. I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll add that. You can.
I believe they call that stacking habits.
So you know
I remember
what
if that was James Clear. There's one of those books I remember. It talks about atomic habits and stacking habits. Yep.
Yeah. So it just makes such a significant difference. And I think this is what I believe. Each one of us have this yearning to have more love in our life. And I think that I've just been learning how to honor and love myself. And they say that you have to love yourself first before you can love someone else. It's actually the truth. And it's this piece. The line is the line of choice. This is super simple. This is what Emma taught me in my teens. And it's been learning me since then, I will tell you. It's very simple. It's on my mind always. It's the line of choice, the line of decision. And life throws us curveballs. Life can be challenging at times. It's having that decision that I accept everything that's happening in the moment. So I don't drop below the line in victim, blame, resentment, anger, frustration, anxiety, or distraction, or numbing. I accept it. And sometimes it's incredibly emotional, I'll just tell you. But being sad is still above the line. It's accepting those feelings to just move through me. And I'm a hypnotherapist as well, so I understand it's 90 seconds to allow one emotion to run through you. If we choose to be sad more, which sometimes we need to, those are all loops, 90 seconds. So above the line is acceptance, and I immediately look at the truth. So what's the real truth here? I had a situation with a family member recently, and it just pulled the rug out from underneath me. And I thought, okay, so do I need to cry? Yes, I do. And I even felt my thought take my energy down. It was absolutely fascinating. And I thought, well, what's the real truth here? Well, that individual loves me to the ends of the earth, and I love that person too. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to honor them for who they are and the boundary they've been requesting. And I replied within 15 minutes, and it changed everything in our relationship and kept us close and connected and respected with integrity. See, anytime we spin off into this denial, judgment, blame, we are taking away from our energy bank, our life force. That's the truth right there. And I highly recommend not to do that.
I recommend not doing that either. Sometimes it's a little easier said than done.
Well, it is.
I
But
always
that's
tell people I am perfectly imperfect, so I will have my moments.
exactly.
I will normally catch them quicker and just like, okay, this is not where I want to be. And then there's other times when you feel like you're just getting hit from all sides.
Oh,
It might take a few minutes more. 'Cause it's
well,
just
that's the truth. But you're accepting it, right? You're
Yeah.
not denying it. You're not resisting. It's the resistance that drains. So the other thing that I do, if I'm stuck, and I only let myself be stuck for 5 minutes, I call in a lifeline, I call it. So I have a few people, 3 people set up that are my lifeline buddies. So I'll tell them the situation, and then they'll listen. And sometimes I go 911 on a text because I'm not staying there. I'm not. That's my commitment. I saw what it did to I'm not staying there. And so they know they have to call me quick. And so then I state the situation, circumstance, my mindset, and they speak to me in the truth. And it's fascinating to hear someone who loves me speak to me the truth that I actually know. And I think, oh, yeah, that is the truth. Ooh, okay, I can let this go. And so I call it let go to lead with love, because it's our responsibility in regards to how we navigate through this life. And I'm so committed to be a love-inspired leader here in the way that I get to serve the world, in the way that I'm honored to make a difference in this world. So I better be that way, don't you think, Laura? I mean,
Oh, yeah, yeah. I also have to say, you don't look anywhere near 67, and I will tell people it is just a number. But yeah, that I would have never even guessed that had you not, shared that with everybody.
yeah.
And a lot of people don't guess mine either. But still, I always tell people, I said, it's just a number. I'm only getting started. So
Well, that's the way I
looking up
feel
the
too.
numbers.
That's such a wonderful attitude, Laura.
Yeah.
That is so good. Because we are all getting started. I mean, every day, don't you feel like you're getting started? What's going to happen today, And I always wake up so curious with this wide state of wonder. Well, today was this interview, right? And it's like, I wonder, oh, I know we're going to go to great places because I know who Laura is. So let's do this, right? So it's looking at life that's above the line, with a state of curiosity and wonder. That's what Emma said. Carolyn, every single thing that happens is for you, not against you, ever. And it's there to guide and direct you to that position of acceptance, truth, and love. So I look at above the line as this place of purpose, this place of passion, I mean, when I was younger, I resented my mom because she just, I just wanted her to change so bad. And she was not capable of doing that. And, so much energy went into being angry about it and resenting her. And, the last, I'd say 8 years of her life, we had the most incredible relationship. She had an inability to love, to be honest. She didn't have it. But she even said words that she didn't feel because I did everything for her. She lived 5 minutes away from me. I did everything for her for years and years and years. And she'd go, "Thank you, Carolyn. That was very thoughtful." And I knew that she didn't feel it, but she said it. She said it. And I said, "Mom, oh my goodness, received. Thank you." And I'd take her hands and tell her I loved her. Because that's what matters. Oh, it's even bringing a tear to my eye right now. Because that's what matters.
Yeah.
I mean, I am so passionate about love. And people say, in my younger years, I never used the word love. I called it good customer service, good communications. It's love. I mean, what's more important on our deathbed? I mean, my mom's passing. I'm carrying on this incredible opportunity that I took the pain of my past and I have transformed that into purpose because I am purposeful, and believe you me, I am passionate about this because it's the truth. And I want to see people free themselves. I mean, honestly, and it's possible. I guarantee you, your potential is waiting. It's waiting for you to realize what Laura's doing here on this show too.
Yeah. And I mean, anybody listening to you can tell how passionate you are and the love that, it just kind of oozes, it doesn't kind of, it oozes from you, and I know everybody talks about it being a buzzword, but you really are authentic to who you are and to yourself. And I believe you talk also to other people about authentic identity. So what does that actually mean to you, especially, and how can a woman tell she is living as someone's that she's not, even if her life looks highly successful?
Well, I mean, you can look like you're successful on the outside. You can have a great bank account and have lots of affluence and abundance. You can have your hair nice, your makeup good clothes. Your kids are all succeeding in their life. And the only way that you know whether you are succeeding as a woman is when you have that inner alignment of calm confidence. So it's not forcing anymore. It's allowing. So it's not competition. It's compassion. It's not being in that position that you feel like, how can I keep this all together? Oh my goodness, if I drop one ball, the whole entire situation is going to fall apart and break into pieces. It's that internal voice of wisdom inside yourself that keeps speaking to you about the truth, about what you need to change. So it's that radical honesty within yourself that's waiting in the sidelines. Can you listen to me now? Okay, you're not listening still. Okay, well, I'm gonna have this happen to you. So I really truly believe you can either believe in the universe, God, higher power, the divine, whatever relationship you have, is that each of us are being called to truly live our life on purpose with love. And I think we know the things we need to change. I do. I think every single person knows inside. And life is so short. It's to be cherished. And if you don't love what you're doing in your business, get out. Change. I mean, I've changed careers. I gotta tell you, at least 5 times.
Oh, we can't. Yeah, you don't have enough fingers and toes to count how many times I've changed or how many different ones I've been through. So yeah.
You know, you gotta find what truly authentically makes your heart sing and find that place of purpose that is in alignment with who you are. And when you're living an authentic identity, you know, there's this sense of gratitude that's immense. It's just absolutely beautiful. And also your days flow like a rhythm. It's like this internal peace, and you trust in life's process. So if you're feeling conflicted inside, if you're feeling frustrated often, if you look at what isn't working all the time, I guarantee you the opportunity for you is, well, first of all, to be in the Aim High Sanctuary and join all these other fabulous women on their journey. But your opportunity is to become in alignment with that authentic identity that is who you are. So it's not about being someone else. No, 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 no. Did you hear me? No,
Oh
no,
yeah.
no, 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 no. It's not comparing yourself to anybody else. It's this internal knowing that's waiting for you to see it, to feel it, and to experience it. And it's so natural, it's so organic. I guarantee you it's light, it's easy, it's simple. You don't have to perform anymore. And if you feel like you have to, that is a for sure sign that you're not living your authentic, highest self, really.
Absolutely. I've spent years going through different business coaches, different things. And yeah, it's like that you learn great things, but if it's not you, you lose yourself in that process as well. And so, and I love when you talk about it's competition, because especially when you get the marketing and the business people, it's like, yeah, I got a business degree. I understand the SWOT analysis. I don't go by that because to me, nothing is a competition. I like how you say compassion. I call it collaboration. But
Yes.
I'm like, everybody wants to know, I'm like, I don't have competition. I am uniquely me. You either resonate with me or you don't. And oh my God, that goes against everything they teach you in business classes and business. I was like, I don't care. This is me. This is what works for me.
Well, and that's the truth. I mean, I taught business planning in academia for 15 years. Everything had to be in a box.
Yeah, I don't do
We
box.
are not in a box. As human beings, we are human beings for a reason because of the humanness of who we are. We are not human doings. So, I mean, to come back into alignment with the humanness, you know, as people, honestly, we just have to be ourselves. And guess what? Here's the big secret of the world. To be myself is super easy. You, when you make the decision that you give yourself permission to just be you, it's not hard. It's easy.
It is, especially when you don't care what everybody else thinks.
No. And
It's like if they're
honestly,
still stuck in judgment and judging people, that's okay. That's not
no.
me. Yeah.
That's the first. So okay, above the line thinking, your first clue is judgment. So are you judging yourself? Are you looking in the mirror going, oh, look at all these wrinkles. Oh, I get. That's no, 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 no. If you want to be tired and sick, go there. Be curious to say, wow, look at look at how good I look at 67. Wow. Yes, I have wrinkles. Yes, I've experienced great life. And yes, I have so much wisdom. So you focus on the truth and absolute. If I even judge the weather, so I've trained my thought discipline so much. Anytime a judgment comes in, it's out instantly because I find the other side. So to go from below the line to above the line is a commitment, it's a decision, every moment of every hour of every day. And freedom lives there, trust lives there, joy lives there, fun lives there. And you're allowed to just simply be you. And your inner self is waiting for you to come home to who you are. And that's what the Aim High Sanctuary is to me. I get to witness women coming back home to who they are. And we're here as women, I will tell you. Our jobs are to be the loving light in the world, because we are so connected to what that love is inside ourselves, and the energy, the vibration, the alignment with what that is. I honestly, and if you're not there, it's time today, right now in this minute, to make that decision, to allow your loving light to shine brighter, because there's lots of darkness in this world right now. And that light changes the darkness. Shining that light forward, which is what I'm doing in this moment, in this show, is there's going to be someone in darkness that sees that light. And then that light has an impact on their life too. And that's our responsibility, each and every single human being on the planet.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I was talking to another gentleman that'll be coming up on the show soon, and really, now that you said that, kind of triggers. It's like I was judging myself recently because, as you know, from a yard sale, I got severely sunburnt, so I did not want to be on camera, and so I was not on camera, and I chose not to be there. Or if I was in meetings, I would just show like this side, because it was this side that got sunburnt. My own fault, blistered, right? I peeled it, made it worse because I don't leave things alone well. That's my own. But I missed an opportunity, because like the other gentleman said, I should have just gotten on there and said, I was not being mindful of my environment. This is what, and this is what happens. And really, I could have just came out and shared it, but that was not the first thought that came to my head. My first thought was, okay, I did this. I'm hiding, I'm hiding from the camera.
Well, it's true. I mean, in the business planning that I used to teach in academia, I used to say to the classes, every class I taught, and there was thousands and thousands of people that came through, I said, can you imagine a world where we stop judging ourselves and other people? I can. That we use our imagination on kindness, thoughtfulness, humanness of life. I can. And when it comes to business and love in business, that's what's missing in a lot of the businesses, is this circle back to care and love. I told you that I just went for this facial that I was gifted by a very, very good friend today. And it was absolutely glorious receiving. Her whole spa is all about love. I didn't know that. And I showed up there. I'm like, you don't know who I am. This is my place, And I told her about my podcast, Love Inspired Leadership. She said, what? And it was so beautiful for me to receive. Now, this is the other piece about love, is we can give love. I just journaled about this morning, is when we give love, there is an incredible gift when we give intentionally, and we actually get to receive it back. It's a circle of energy when we do. So people always say to me, why are you so appreciative? Why are you so giving all the time, Carolyn? Well, it's actually because I'm selfish. It's because whatever I contribute with my heart, clearly and intentionally, clean and clear, I know that that's what I get to receive. So this receiving piece is very, very important, because that's the piece that I forgot for a really long time. And I'm still learning. I think I might be in high school on this one, is to just, when someone pays you a compliment, just look at them straight in the eyes and say, thank you.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Nothing.
And let it land. Let it come in and absorb into your mind and your heart and your body. And honor that other individual that has given you that compliment or given you that gift. Because in deflecting it, which is what I used to do, you are taking that joy and that love away from the other person and yourself. So I'm just inviting you, really be open-minded above the line and curious with that wide berth of wonder on the graciousness of receiving. That's where I am right now, and I'm witnessing so much blessings and opportunities knocking at my door too, Laura, because I am open to receive now. So it's very beautiful.
And that's not necessarily, when you're a giver, and you're used to giving, sometimes that's not always easy, is to be receiving, but it is a very important part to bring that kind of full circle. And yeah,
Agreed.
absolutely. Yeah, I know we talked about 2 of the phases, but you have 3 phases of the aim high method.
Yeah.
And the third one is radiance. So what does that mean for you?
Okay, so we start with truth, that place of radical honesty. Then we go to alignment. We focus with the truth. I'm going to focus on what matters most to me. I'm going to look at my own mental health, physical health, spiritual health, my own regulated energy. And now we move into radiance, because what happens after the alignment is in place, there becomes this elevated level of self-trust in life. And so it becomes, like I said earlier, this focused flow of tasks and energy and results and opportunities. And when we get to the third phase, that's when we embody the calmness, the grounded energy of confidence, because it's natural, it's organic. I just have to simply be who I am and have this love-led influence on other people. That's my responsibility. That's my role. So what happens is that the most beautiful part of this, the third phase, is presence. So I release all thoughts about having that facial I just had, even though it was really good, or what's happened earlier in the day while I'm here with you, Laura.
Right.
Or I'm releasing completely any thought on the future. Maybe what I'm going to make for dinner, or focused on the email I have to send out. I'm here now. And there's such glorious, potent energy in being present in the moment. And this here is the only place that I can make a difference, truly, right here, right now, in this exact moment. So my intention in the moment is the radiance. My intention in the moment is having enough self-trust.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That is, yeah. I love how you've put that all together. We've got about 6 minutes left, so I just want, so you know about what we got left. You also have a free gift for all of our guests.
I do. So my free gift is, I will premise this in letting you know how this happened, is that I, in the morning, mentioned earlier that I do 1-page journal. And then I was challenged by one of the ladies in my mastermind to record. Just write the 1 page and then pick up your phone and record yourself. I resisted. I said, no, I don't like selfie pictures even. I'm not doing it. I'm not. She said, Carolyn, just do it for 2 weeks. Don't look at yourself in the camera. Just look at the little red dot and just do it. I said, all right. So 18 days later, I watched it and I cried and cried and cried. And I knew that I had to not keep this a secret, because I knew how powerful it felt receiving that. So this is 21 days of me in my pajamas at 5:30 in the morning, recording. It's the audio, so I'm not giving you my, picture of me having a, banana between my teeth or this. So it's 21 days. I call it above the line living, and it's reflections each day. It's all connected to the aim high method, thinking above the line. And 21 days, a 2-minute recording, 2.5 some of them, and then reflections dropped into your email box, and then also journal prompts so you can take yourself on the same journey. And it's my gift to your audience. And also, I just want to let you know, my request is that you reach out to me on LinkedIn, because I love getting messages on LinkedIn, just letting me know, day 3, wow, this is the insights I got. And so I get all these great messages on LinkedIn from the gifts I've given out there, and it's my way of receiving. So just bless me with that when you go through the 21-day above the line living. That'd be great. Thanks.
And I love that you did that. That's not easy. I know a lot of people, it's like, oh, if you say something, it's like, okay, well, put a piece of paper over the thing, look at the camera so you don't have to watch yourself, watch yourself talk to yourself. There's so many things we start to get in our head, or at least
Well,
I
it's
do.
true. And the most amazing thing, I've been doing it for over a year now, every day, my journaling. But what I've discovered about myself is my true authentic self. I can watch the video right after now. I'm okay with it, because for a while there I couldn't do it. And now I can see when I'm speaking from my heart and soul and truth, and I can also see when I'm speaking from my head voice. So it's taught me about, and I used to have to do 2 sometimes to get it right, so it felt right, but now I just do it first take, thank you God. I'm glad about that. So it's easy to be who we are, is what I want to leave the audience with, and that I want to let every woman who is listening or watching this to know that she is waiting for you. She's wanting to be heard. She's wanting to be seen. She's wanting to be experienced just in the authentic position, presence, energy, and love in who you are as a human being. And please listen to that internal voice of wisdom. It will guide and direct you. And ask for support when you need it. Laura's here, I'm here. Just feel free to reach out, because the key truly is you. The key to your freedom is you, and your joy and the love.
Absolutely, it is. And so the Aim High Sanctuary, we got about 2 minutes left. What would you like to tell them about the Aim High Sanctuary before we end?
I'd like you to honestly reach out to me, and let's have a conversation about the Aim High Sanctuary, because it's a space and a place for you to go on this journey of the Aim High method that only took me 40 years. I guarantee I'll take you through that faster than it took me. And join us with other women. The Aim High Sanctuary is an investment of only $97 a month. We have group meetings the first Thursday and the last Thursday. You have accountability pods that you meet with on Zoom together, the 3 of you, and you meet with me once a month and have a conversation about what matters most and being in that alignment and telling yourself the truth. So I welcome, honestly, any woman that is intrigued by what I had to say or called. I'd be happy to have a Zoom chat, and I welcome you to the Aim High Sanctuary. Come in and join us. Come inside the sanctuary and experience your own inner peace, joy, and purpose and passion in life.
Yeah, and I will say, I know you held I don't know if you want to call it a master class or event or whatever, but you had a wonderful
My challenge.
Your 2-day challenge, your
Yeah.
2-day challenge, which was very nice and gave us a lot of insights and stuff. But Carolyn, I want to thank you so much for joining us today and sharing that with everybody. You are such a beautiful soul, and it's incredible of how far you've come and got there. And anyone that's high performing or struggling, definitely reach out to Carolyn. You can see how easy she is to talk to. So
Marvelous. And I just want to say, Laura, what you're seeing, you're just looking in the mirror. And me too. And it's a beautiful, beautiful view.
thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday, and we will see you all next time.